So our Board of Governors on Friday adopted a masking policy that is robust. And so, inside all classrooms, all academic buildings, even residence halls and recreation areas, unless you're eating, drinking, or exercising, there's going to be an expectation on our campus that you are wearing a mask. And then, of course, we've moved probably 2/3 of our classes either online or in some kind of hybrid form. This will spread students out. We won't have nearly as many students as usual on campus at the same time. We've reduced class sizes. We have cleaning schedules. We have sanitation stations. Plexiglass protects people where you might pay in the bursar's office or be in line for a variety of things. And of course, we're going to be encouraging people to spread themselves out all over campus. We've also significantly reduced and redesigned events so that we have many smaller kinds of things going on and no large things going on campus at all. It is important to go to college on schedule. If you sit out a year, it's going to impact you financially. For a lot of people, that year becomes 2 and 3, and then do you ever go to college? And so, getting that education and getting it on time is important. Second, I would say it's going to have to be a modified experience. The academic piece is going to be as good as ever, but the interaction on campus has got to change. And a part of that is those smaller events and wearing masks and being cautious about how we interact with folks. And so if and when fall sports will begin, we're hopeful they do because we believe we can do it in a safe manner. We are testing every student athlete when they return to campus and then every week thereafter. And we have the ability to isolate and quarantine people that are positive or have been in close contact with folks that are. And we're running practice differently than we have before, particularly on the football field, so that there are in lots of situations not that constant close contact. Athletes are wearing face shields, they're wearing masks, and so again, working very hard to do this in a safe manner. Every team we play in football, assuming that rolls out, have to also be following these same guidelines or we can't play. We rolled out last week a brand new COVID-19 website. There are frequently asked questions on that site. There's a return to campus guide there. And then within that, there's a telephone number, email address to answer student questions specifically. So that would be where we would start. And then there are ways that they should report if they learn that they are positive before we learn that. There's a button to essentially click on and report that you've had a positive test. We have to anticipate that we're going to have dozens, maybe hundreds of positive tests over the course of this semester. But we've got to work through that, just like the folks at the hospital do, in government and public schools and business. We have to expect that, and we're prepared for that. And so we have rented additional space. We have 250 to 300 rooms that we can quarantine and isolate folks separately so that people that are positive are in a different place than those waiting for a test result or those quarantining. And we are prepared to suspend classes if we need to, close down a building temporarily for cleaning, pivot some classes online for a period of time if we had enough folks out. But we believe that we can move through this semester reasonably safely, given the design that we put in place. I've been so pleased with the effort that our folks have put in. Back in the spring, we essentially transformed 5,000 sections of classes into some kind of alternative delivery in a 2-week period of time. And that was just amazing. Something I would have guessed we would not have been able to done, if you'd asked me that a year ago. And so people are getting ready. There's some apprehension about about restarting some classes in person, but I would say we can do this. You know, all in it together, we can do it. We have those safety measures in place to really protect our faculty and staff, to make sure that we can get through this semester without calamity. We're really going to be working with our students so that they know the expectations, right? So that while we can require them to do things when they're on campus, when they're off campus, they're going to be on their own. And so we're talking a lot about how what the expectations are when you are when you're out and off campus, and really focusing on, you know, wearing a mask, social distancing. All of those things are not just to protect you, but to protect others, and how it's really an act of kindness and civic responsibility. You know, we say that's what citizen bears do, and I'm hopeful our students will embrace that message. I think it would be, we can do this together, and let's continue to think of those that are more susceptible to the disease, and act accordingly. And at the end of this semester or this academic year, we'll have learned from this, and we'll be back in a position for things to return to whatever the new normal is.